I had to be willing to do it on my own, right? Not by force, not for others. Because before that, I told them, don't ever force me in rehab, because I'll be counting the days that I come out. The day I come out, I'm going to use. So yeah, when I called my sponsor, I'm like, okay, I'm ready now. She was like, thank God. And it was the best gift. The best gift I had ever given myself. It was one of the best 2 months being in Solace. So hi, my name is Ika Shireen, and I'm in recovery today from substance abuse, all forms of substances. I also am in recovery from sex and love addiction. So when I came out from treatment, I found a new calling. I found a new passion in helping others. So what I did in the first few years was I went to get credentials. So I am a certified recovery coach, and I recently got my master's in addiction science, and I started my own outpatient treatment facility. So I help who has the same disease, and I work a lot with families as well, because sometimes families just don't know what to do with their loved ones, and yeah, yeah, that's what we're doing now. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah. I guess from a very young age, I've always felt that void. Yeah, I lost my father when I was very young, and then growing up, I guess there was a form of emotional neglect. You know, I was not getting the attention or the love that I was yearning for. So in my teenage years, I started smoking first, and alcohol, and then it gradually, you know, just escalated from there, from marijuana, and then upgraded to ecstasy, and in the end, I graduated in methamphetamine. I was using methamphetamine every single day for 10 years, so it's a total of 20 years of substance abuse. Well, I have to be honest that it started off fun. You know, it started off fun. It was, you know, I was the heart. They used to call me the heart and soul of the party. I'm always, you know, organizing the parties, and I'll make sure I'm the one who brings the supply, because if someone else brings it, it won't be enough. But that was the first 10 years. But when I brought methamphetamine home, it was just purely hell, because I was just so totally dependent on it. Like the minute I wake up, I needed substance in my system, and throughout the day I would need it with me. And before I sleep, you know, meth is something that you take, you can't sleep for days, right? Towards the end, I could actually take a few puffs before I actually fall asleep. And it was a very dark and lonely place, I guess. Yeah, and I was suicidal. I tried to commit suicide a few times as well. Yeah, I'm surrounded by the people I love, you know, I'm surrounded with family and friends, and I could be in a room filled with people, and yet I feel so alone. Like there was so much shame, so much guilt, so much resentment, so much regrets, and yeah, it was just not a nice place to be. That's why I wanted to end up my life.
You had like loved ones around you the whole time, so what kind of toll did it take on them during those years?
Oh my God, it was horrible. What I did to my family. My mom had aneurysm. It's a genetic thing, and everyone blamed me for it, because she was just so stressed out, you know. Mom, I have to say, was a bit of a codependent. She was just so obsessed in trying to rescue Ika. Now, if I were to call her at 4 a.m., she would drive from Tanjung Malim to come and get me. She would do anything, and her life she was just shattered with them, because she said, everything else I'm okay, anything but substance. This was the advice that she's given me from a young age. The day she found out, her life totally changed. She couldn't sleep, she couldn't eat, she couldn't focus. But towards the end, because she was just trying to rescue Ika, trying to carry Ika, trying to save Ika, she came to a point where she was just burnt out. And I remember there was one day she just, you know, touched my head. She was like, oh, my poor daughter. And she walked away. She was no longer chasing me, no longer trying to rescue me. And I guess that was the time when I also wanted to get treatment. I guess I finally reached my bottom, and that gave me the gift of desperation. I was finally willing to go to any length to get recovery. I guess that's one of the reasons why I never gotten help myself. Yeah, and because I used to think because I'm a Muslim and I drink alcohol, so I'm not worthy of God. And then growing up, I don't know whether you remember, I don't know whether it was your time, they used to have that ad that says, Dadah Sampah Masyarakat. So I used to think I was society's trash. So I really thought it was me that was just horrible, and it was, I didn't know that addiction is a disease. Addiction is a disease just like cancer, just like diabetic. It should be treated that way, it should not be punished. Yeah, no doubt some addicts, people with substance use disorder, do have criminal records, and yes, they should be punished accordingly. But sending them to jail alone will not fix the problem. So I feel like things are getting better. One of the blessings of the pandemic, people are talking about mental health more, right? So we are progressing. We are so behind compared to other countries, but at least there is a little bit of progress. And the government is planning to decriminalize addiction, decriminalize suicide. So that's at least something. We're at least moving forward in that way.
Tell us a bit about your road to recovery then.
Oh yeah, recovery is awesome. This is what I always say. I'll just laugh, and sometimes I don't even have the words to describe how amazing life is today. You know, life makes sense today. Like all my life, I was searching for happiness in all the wrong places. You know, either through people, people, places, and things. And it's not about that. You know, happiness is an inside job. I'm crazy about the 12 steps. And it has taught me this new way of living. They're just very spiritual. The spirituality is a path that I've chosen, and it's great. You know, I can face life on life's terms without having to turn to substances. Yeah, and yeah, recovery is just so freeing. It feels so amazing to not be dependent on something, you know. So yeah, I guess the word would be free. My mom passed away when I was 1 year, 3 months in recovery. Yeah, I wish I could have done more for her, but that 1 year that I spent with her being sober, it was one of our best years ever after such a long time.
In light of all that you've experienced and what you've shared, what you've seen,
Recovery is possible. So I'll just say, keep trying. One day you'll get it. Because sometimes you don't get it the first time. Addiction is a chronic brain relapsing disease. Relapse is almost inevitable. So just keep trying and trying. One day you'll get it. Yeah.